about the interview questions in the Java, right? And abstract modifier is one of the topic in which major of the interview questions will be arrived. The word abstract is mainly used in the situations where we need a method and we do not know the implementation, and that implementation will be known in the future while we are utilizing it. In such cases we use the word abstract, and this especially is applicable for classes, methods, and that's it, classes and methods, and but not the variables. Because why we do not use for the variables? For the class or the method, we knew that the implementation will be in further, but for the variable it will be declared in the initial itself and no further changes will be there, and hence we cannot apply it for the variables. We can use it for the class and we can use it for the method. And let's move on. Abstract method, I just explained you that about the implementation of the method. If we know that the implementation of the method is after later on, then we use abstract method. The syntax for this will be public abstract void method. And if we use abstract, that is there is no implementation, then a semicolon will be followed in the last situations. It's just a declaration and hence it does not have any implementation. If we have implemented it, that means that we know the implementation earlier only. Then what is the use of using the word abstract? And if you have used the word abstract and you have implemented it, then it will be a compile time error. It's completely an invalid statement. Just see, you have used the word abstract and you have used the word abstract and you have not used the semicolon and you have given some statements, that is the implementation of the code. Then it's completely an invalid, because you know the implementation and you have given the word abstract. What is the use of defining an abstract? Okay, if you knew the implementation further in future, then who will implement it? Yes, the child classes are going to implement that in future. Okay, this is an abstract method. GetLength is a method and you have defined it abstract. That means you know the implementation of getLength in future, and hence you have defined it as an abstract. If at least one method is an abstract, then you have to define the class also as abstract, and this is a parent class of name train. Okay, let's move for the child classes, and these are the child classes. This is a child of goods which extends the parent class train, and this is the child class of general which extends the parent class of train, and this is the abstract method, and this abstract method was implemented over in the child class. And if the train is of goods type, then the length of the train would be 70. If the train is of the child, then the implementation is this, and then the length of the train would be 30. And this is how the abstract method will be implemented in the child classes. Now coming to the abstract class. If we have a class and in which we are not able to provide an object, then that is in the case of partial implementations especially, then we use the class as abstract. And also we have another places where we use the abstract class. Just look in the differences. If any class contains at least one abstract, we have seen here earlier, right? We have here a class which contains an abstract, and hence we have named the class entirely as abstract, and that is one of the point which we have to remember. If any class contains at least one abstract method, then compulsory we should declare that as abstract class, otherwise we will get compile time error. Okay, then next, abstract. If we do not have an abstract method also, we can define it the class as abstract. That means if the object is not possible, if we feel so, we can keep it like that. Okay, if we want to extend an abstract class, actually extend an abstract class means if we have defined an abstract class, the child class will implement it, right? If you want to extend the abstract class further, you can define the child class also as abstract. If you have defined that child class abstract, the further child class will take the chance of implementation of the abstract method or the class which was previous, that is the parent one. Okay, there are two words for final and abstract. These two keywords, whether they are valid or not, these two at a time are invalid actually, but in some cases we will see how the declarations are varied. The abstract class can contain final method, but a final class cannot contain abstract method. Just look at the differences carefully. This is the see, this is a class which is abstract. The class which we found, the implementation will be further, then that class is this abstract. And this is a final method. Final method means this method cannot be overridden. Yes, abstract case can be implemented further, and this is final, as this is perfectly valid because this can be valid because this is an abstract we can further given, and this is a method which is final, we should not be changed. If we coming to this example, if we declare it as a final, initially only the class is final, and abstract represent that this implementation would be in the child classes down somewhere else. If we will be having some child classes, and there we will be implementing the abstract class. If we define as a final, how can we implement further in the child classes? This is not possible, right? And hence this is an invalid representation in Java programming language. Okay, we will discuss some of the interview questions in the later videos. Thank you for watching our videos and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe our channel. Hit bell icon after subscribing to receive the latest video updates.